مرحبا بكم. سنشاهد حوالي 16 دقيقة من مباريات السومو.
It's day 8, the halfway point of this 15-day July tournament. One of the front runners, Ozeki Kirishima, is gunning for promotion to Yokozuna, and so far he is on the right track. He'll need to stay consistent and keep winning if he wants to capture the championship and earn sumo's
انظروا ما شاء الله حتى الأطفال يشاهدون.
Today's Grand Sumo highlights and find out who came out victorious in Makuuchi action. We start with Asa Koryu versus Daisei Zan, both men at Maegashira 16. Asa Koryu, Kachikoshi is a must for him to remain in the Makuuchi division. Daisei Zan, the rookie, makes his Makuuchi debut just over 4 years after turning professional. Strong initial charge by Asa Koryu gains a left-hand inside position and perfectly executes the Shtate Nage underarm throw. Underarm throw victory for Asa Koryu, who goes to 4-4. It's Shishi meeting Kimbo Zan. Shishi is one of the leaders at 6-1. He lost yesterday, so he wants to bounce back. Shishi competing his 10th tournament in the and he's looking good. Kimbo Zan received a forfeit win yesterday, so he should be well rested and ready to go all out today. Faced out by Kimbo Zan pushing, thrusting, gaining the left hand, outside in, right hand inside position. Both men, Migi Yotsu grips and Kimbo Zan goes on the attack, but Shishi is able to hold his ground. He's able to remain in the ring. Shishi facing this way. Kimbo Zan is back to us. Kimbo Zan from Kazakhstan and Shishi is from Ukraine. Shishi flexing his muscles, advances. Shishi maintains the pressure on Kimbo Zan and defeats Kimbo Zan. Yorikiri victory for Shishi. So Shishi suffered his first loss yesterday, and he immediately bounces back. He goes to 7-1. It is Kazuma meeting Nishiki Fuji. This is their
يذكرني بيوكوزونا المصارع الأمريكي الذي احترف مصارعة السومو.
to make a bigger impact by picking up more wins. He only has 2 so far. Nishiki Fuji is making his presence felt with a strong performance in the first week. Good initial charge by Nishiki Fuji. Nishiki Fuji left hand in, right hand. He wants to gain the outside position. If he can get it, he'll be in command. Kazuma showing good defense. Nishiki Fuji squeezing the right side of his upper body. Hopefully, he can gain that shallow grip outside. Kazuma showing again good defense. Kazuma outweighs Nishiki Fuji by 50 kilograms. Kazuma 205 kilos. He uses the size advantage fully, and he advances, and he puts Nishiki Fuji away with a strong Tsukiotoshi. So the size difference between Kazuma and Nishiki Fuji went in the favor of Kazuma. He picks up his first win. It's Mitake Umi versus Takeru Fuji for the first ever meeting. Takeru Fuji's explosive touch-eye and fierce frontal charge have returned. Mitake Umi 0-7. Can he gain his first win here in Nagoya today? Strong initial charge by Takeru Fuji. Mitake Umi drives Takeru Fuji back to the edge. Takeru Fuji is at the Tokyo Dawara. He recovers. He goes forward. He goes for the Watenage. That's a mistake. Mitake Umi improves his position and takes Takeru Fuji out.
أهنئك أيها القوي.
Number 1 in Nagoya. Mitake Umi gets the Shonichi here on day 8. Well, as they say, all it takes is a little spark to light the fire things around in the second week. Good attack by Mitake Umi. By Mitake Umi, his hips were a little too high. That's why he wasn't able to take Takeru Fuji out. Takeru Fuji rallies. Takeru Fuji with a deep inside position. Instead, he utilizes the left hand Wate to execute Wate Nage, and that's a mistake. Mitake Umi gains a lot of ground and dispatches Takeru Fuji. Good defense shown by Mitake Umi. We have Ono Katsu meeting Asano Yama for the very first time meeting. Here is Asano Yama competing hard every day. He's hoping to work his way back to Sanyaku and even higher. Ono Katsu is still feeling the effects of his ankle injury, but he's battling through it. Strong initial charge by the two. Ono Katsu gains a shallow grip. It doesn't matter. Asano Yama applies the pressure. Asano Yama goes in for the kill. Ono Katsu circles away, stays alive. Asano Yama now has a deep inside position, and he finishes Ono Katsu off. Asano Yama is the victor, and Asano Yama wins for the 5th straight day. He's now up to 6-2. A splendid performance by Asano Yama. And the fans in the IG arena are really pleased to see a strong performance by the former Ozeki. Asano Yama maintains the pressure, even though Ono Katsu recovers. Good Makikae from the right by Asano Yama. He keeps his feet moving forward and he dispatches Ono Katsu no problem. It's Chiyoshima and Abi. Chiyoshima 2-5, Abi 4-3. Chiyoshima is a wily veteran who can outmaneuver his opponents with some slick moves. Abi is good at catching his opponents off guard at the tachi-ai. Instead, he comes straight forward against Chiyoshima. Chiyoshima has no answer. It is Abi all the way with his fierce frontal charge. Chiyoshima will turn 35 tomorrow. Wasn't able to get himself an early birthday present. Abi wins. It's Tobizaru meeting Asahaku Ryu. Asahaku Ryu usually gets the job done when he gains his signature Migiyotsu grip. The flying monkey hasn't been flying around the ring lately. Instead, he's been fighting with a more conventional style of sumo. Charging in is Asahaku Ryu. Asahaku Ryu goes forward. Tobizaru fends off Asahaku Ryu's frontal charge. He goes for the Kekaishi. That's not a conventional style of sumo, but that's Tobizaru's style of sumo. Tobizaru unleashes an esoteric technique. That's Kekaishi minor inner foot sweep, and he defeats Asahaku Ryu. Well, first of all, Tobizaru did a nice job holding his ground, not moving backwards too much, and here comes the perfect execution of Kekaishi minor inner foot sweep with his right foot. Bang! Down goes Asahaku Ryu.
Oh,
It's Fujioka and Shodai meeting for the very first time. Fujioka hails from Aichi Prefecture, city of Kasugai, and the fans are behind him every single day, every time he steps onto the ring. Can Shodai slow down Fujioka's fierce frontal charge by securing his preferred inside position? He cannot, but he's able to follow through nicely, but Fujioka stays alive, rallies, but the Wate Nage, strong Wate Nage from Shodai, and down goes Fujioka. Fujioka displayed an amazing balance and resiliency at the edge, but before he fully recovered, Shodai puts him away with a strong Wate Nage. Shodai now to 4-4. Fujioka 5-3. Strong initial charge by Fujioka, but good Inashi move from the right by Shodai. Fujioka did not place his hand down on the dohyo, so he's still alive. He drives. They go hidari yotsu. Now Shodai opens his stance and he executes the beautiful uwate nage. And he's able to swing Fujiyoga around and down. Good recovery by Fujiyoga, but the follow-through was not there. It's Fujiseiwu, Fujiyoga's stablemate on the dohyo, 4-3. Roga is 2-5. Fujiseiwu can control the bump if he secures a right hand inside and left hand outside grip. Same thing can be said for Roga. He likes Nigirotsu, and that's exactly what they get into. Knocking up in right hand in, right left hand out. Sotogake attempt by Fujiseiwu fails. Roga maintains his balance. He goes after Fujiseiwu and he puts Fujiseiwu away with a strong Watenage. So the Nigiyotsu showdown goes to Roga. First time in 3 days. One of the highlight bouts here on day 8 Tanakagi, we have Takayasu meeting Ura. Takayasu is one of the front runners at 6-1. Ura is hoping to pick up the pace and give the fans something to cheer about. 36-year-old Takayasu moving well and seems to have plenty of juice. Good initial charge by Ura. Ura with a good otsuke from the right. Now he ducks under, gets the left hand deep inside. He drives Takayasu back to the edge with a strong otsuke from the right. Watashi komi action as well. And Takayasu gets outmaneuvered by Ura. Ura took the initiative from start to finish and he was attacking with everything he had. And he's able to put Takayasu away. Ura gets the job done for the second time here in Nagoya. Strong otsuke from the right, left hand in, stays low. Takayasu way too high. Takayasu unable to gain a good grip on the belt. And look at Ura. He goes deep inside of Takayasu against strong otsuke from the right. Now a watashi komi, a thigh grabbing action, and Ura wins. Ura completely baffles Takayasu today. Alright, we have Oshoma and Wakamoto Haru on the dohyo. Oshoma fights extremely well thanks in large part to the superb footwork he developed through his amateur wrestling background. Wakamoto Haru competing at Maigashira 8, hoping to move up higher very soon. Good attack by Wakamoto Haru. Wakamoto Haru pounds. Wakamoto Haru keeps driving against Oshoma. Oshoma just responding. And Oshoma nearly gets taken down, but he recovers. They go chest to chest and hidari yotsu, left hand in, right hand out. This normally favors Wakamoto Haru, but Oshoma with a good hinashi and breaking Wakamoto Haru's balance, and Oshoma comes out with the win. Wakamoto Haru was doing all the offensive work in the early part of this match, but it was Oshoma who took the match. It's Ichi Yamamoto versus Koto Eiho, another one-loss Rikishi on the left-hand side. They are meeting for the very first time. Koto Eiho seems to be getting better and stronger with each basho, and look at him go!
أوه كان يسقط على أحد
Uses to stop against Ichi
الجماهير.
Yamamoto, and Ichi Yamamoto gets smoked by Koto Eiho. Koto Eiho improves to 7 wins and 1 loss. That's his 7th straight victory. He lost on opening day, but after that, he's been winning every single day. And today is no exception. Ichi Yamamoto gets beat. What a sumo by Koto Eiho, Koto Shoho's younger brother. Ichi Yamamoto unable to show any kind of offensive move today. It's Chiranomi meeting Gonoyama. Chiranomi is looking for his second win. Chiranomi is a pesky customer, and every time he wins, he brings joy to the people of
إنهم
Okinawa
حقا
where he
متينون
hails from. Muroyama has
نون
shown he
وأقوياء.
can be the best. If he can pull it all together, look
ما شاء
out.
الله.
Muroyama is a hard pusher. Muroyama good touch eye, but good resilience.
لا أحبذ أن أعلق وسط هذين بمعنى
That
بريء.
was some aggressive style of sumo by the man from Okinawa. I'm sure people in Okinawa watching this sumo, Chiranomi's splendid sumo performance must be really
حقا
happy
أن على
today.
الإعلام أن يأخذ راحة من كرة القدم ويغطي هذه الرياضة العريقة.
Early on,
هي
it was
تستحق.
Muroyama attacking
حتى
Chiranomi, but
لأني
Chiranomi recovers.
أعتقد أن
Chiranomi goes after
السومو
Muroyama.
أقدم من كرة القدم.
High octane offense. Muroyama unable to move
والسومو
Chiranomi
بصراحة
back.
تعلمنا ما علمتنا إياه
Moves forward.
قصة الأرنب والسلحفاة. فليس السريع والخفيف دوما من يفوز. أحيانا يفوز الكبير والبطيء والمثابر طبعا.
Now, Fujinokawa has never defeated Yoshino Fuji as Yoshino Fuji is 4-0 against Fujinokawa. Yeah, Fujinokawa in his first win against the new Kobusumi. Strong kachiage action by Yoshino Fuji. They lock up. Fujinokawa needs to use his speed. He goes for the outside leg trip, but Yoshino Fuji is able to hold his ground. Yoshino Fuji takes Fujinokawa back to the edge and attacks Fujinokawa with the Sotogake himself. And down goes Fujinokawa. Yoshino Fuji wins. And he evens his record to